All right, I'm voting blue on this one. Come on, blue. Come on, blue. I wish I had some dice that I could shake. Come on, blue. Where's my dice? That's how I feel like when I'm watching these games. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's thunderstorming outside, so if I go down... Cherry, I had one of y'all in here. Cherry, internet went down. So I'm blaming them. If I lose power, I'm blaming y'all. It's honestly been thundering during this whole boot camp, and the only time the powers went out so far is when someone hit a pole on a bright sunny day. So yeah, we've had pretty good luck otherwise. Bronze players chilling. Not a lot to report here. I'm getting pretty good at camera control on this thing though. On this bad boy. I'm in Florida. Lol. Lol, 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 lol. I'm going to Florida for vacation. That'll be fun. After this boot camp. After I'm done teaching y'all. I'm taking like 4 days to go into Florida. I already scheduled the flight. I'm doing it. I'm actually going to play Halo. That's the funny part. This place called the Beachland. Mordecai's, you need to get out of the tribe rush. There you go, buddy. Meanwhile, in bot lane. Good battles. Will they go for level 2, chat? Take your bets. Have they been paying attention during the boot camp? Or are they jerking off and not learning anything? Here we go. Well, Crank's pushing for it. Yeah, getting rid of his stacks. All right, here we go. Here we go. He's going for the stack. Is he going to go in on level 2? Here he comes. He's running in. He goes for it. Hook gets hit. Is the Ignite going to come out? Ignite is out. Flash through. And that is red team favored. Good job. Good job. I'm down with that. Blitzcrank grabbing, hooking the game by the balls, I should say. Meanwhile, in the jungle, we're about to have gentle creature warfare. Doctor is going to be in a lot of trouble here. Doesn't have his Q quite yet. He's going to bump into Xin Zhao. Let's see how this fight goes. The Q goes out. Nocturne trying to land the fear. Xin Zhao with the smite steals the blue buff. Nocturne might have to flash. Takes a little break and then flashes in a goofy direction. Xin Zhao's deciding whether or not it's worth a flash. Says, no, sir, I'm not going to do that. I'm peaceful. Meanwhile, in bot lane, first blood goes down. I missed it because I'm bad. We're gonna watch that back and see it. It looks like Pyke and Tristana go in over 1 billion minions. And up at top, Tryndamere decides he's gonna battle and does get it. And he and Nocturne battle it out, and it looks like Nocturne goes down to the Xin Zhao at the same time. A very lively game. But bot lane is losing a ton of CS down here. It looks really bad for bot lane. Tristana and Pyke are like, hey, where'd my money go? Who took my money, bro? Xin Zhao and Nico battling. Nico's quite low. Xerath hopefully able to land some more poke. Unfortunately, not quite yet. Nocturne's going to be getting the bot side scuttle. Xin Zhao took a long time to get out of base, but he's back now. Nico's getting quite low. Xerath's out of mana, but his passive gives quite a bit back, so he's not going to be hurting. Not going to be hurting. He's going to be fine. Bot lane Pyke's looking to do something. But bot lane's in not great shape. Blitzcrank does get hooked. Aftershock comes out. Tristana trying to do as much damage as she can. Finding the autos when she can. Decides they're going to jump out. And meanwhile, Nico's in trouble. Flash for flash. Zera flashing without mana. Nocturne's looking to follow. He does have the move speed to look for the Q. But he decides, you know what? I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful. Bronze peacefulness. Blitzcrank hits the E. And Tristana goes down, and now bot lane's getting out of control. Blitzcrank goes for the hook, does not quite hit it, and the wave is in a terrible spot for bot lane. But here's our Tryndamere, trying his hardest to carry the newbies. Battling it out, facing the Mordekaiser. Top lane's getting pushed in. Mordekaiser's farming. Relaxing. Being all cool. Throwing E's outside of the school, you know? But not a lot to report up there. Red team decides, we don't like that freeze. We're gonna push that in. Not sure if I agree, but who knows. Mord does hit the grab, but it might be the wrong time to do it. Tryndamere does have 6. Let's see if he'll press it on time. And... yeah. He gets bonked. Oh, that Pyke does get hooked. The Ignite comes out, and Pyke, you get a graycation. This game is a battle. There's a lot of back and forth going on right here. Meanwhile, Nocturne, Farm and Chickens. Little counter jungling going on. Both junglers pretty even. Nocturne will be getting these golems. Xin Zhao peeking at bottom, seeing what he can do. Nocturne does get spotted there. NEACE camera control OP. Able to switch vision real quick. Nocturne has been seen. Whether or not Mordekaiser actually noticed, though, this could be bad. Well, Tryndamere still has ult. He's going to try it again. Let's see if he hits it this time. Mordekaiser ult goes out. They're in Bonkville right now. Tryndamere does ult. Does he have the damage? And go to horny jail. Blitzcrank's coming out. Gets the knock up. And Triss does get pulled. What? That's a disengage. Tristana, or wait, that was Xin Zhao with the flash. Mordekaiser gets a plate. Xerath backing. Every time I look mid, Nico has 10 HP. But she's still, ooh, getting a little dicey in mid lane. And Xin Zhao finds the Nocturne in his jungle. We got to see what happened there. Ooh. It's not what you want to see if you're a fan of Nocturne creatures. Tries to go for the red anyways, but Xin says, no, I'll be taking that. And Xin Zhao is now wrapping around to mid. He's looking for love. Nico has to base. She's pretty low. And bot lane is snowballing out of control so quickly. Pyke's looking for the hook. Does manage to connect to the Senna. Tristana jumps in. Pyke follows up. A little off center. Are they going to be able to get it? Nope. The heal comes out. And Senna will survive yet again. Almost a shutdown. Tryndamere maybe has learned his lesson that he can't beat this Mordekaiser, but he might try again shortly. In bot lane, Pyke does hook the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank in 1 trillion minions. The 1v1 is real. Blitzcrank is confident even though he's got the entire population of China auto-attacking him. Pyke does land the hook. Here we go. One more auto needed. Is Pyke going to be able to get it? And Blitzcrank goes down. Xin Zhao is invading again. The battle of the junglers. Xin Zhao's peeking. He's a peeking Tom. Now Xin Zhao is caught. Is Nocturne going to ult back? He does. Xin Zhao R comes out. Is Xin Zhao going down? It looks pretty bad for Xin. And that is a shutdown going to the guy you probably don't want it to go to. The guy with a lot of whacks. And Mordekaiser is level 9. These guys are very confident. Nocturne does get caught. Does actually get ulted. And Tryndamere is trying to 1v1. But this is a level 9 Mordekaiser versus a level 7 Tryndamere. And here comes Xerath. Xerath's trying to follow up. And the Mordekaiser problem is quite large. Mordekaiser has been eating. He does eat a lot in this game. Lots of calories. Packs of Sour Patch Kids, Oreos, you name it. He's been eating it all. And he's a really large man. And he doesn't seem to really care about a sword whacking on him. You know? It's not something that seems to faze him too much. Ooh, Blitzcrank hook comes down. Pyke decides to backline. He's going to try to escape, but it's not good enough. And Tristana loves tanking that minion damage. Decides, no, I don't like it that much. Nocturne is looking for a flank. Spots the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao does hit it. Is he going to dash forward? He does. Nocturne's trying to get away. Decides to flash. Xin Zhao might follow it up again. Another dash coming. He's a scary jungler. He does hit it. 1, 2. Ooh, and Tristana does knock it away. Are they going to be able to get the Xin Zhao? Xin Zhao ult comes out. Pyke follows it up with the R. Are we going to get an execute train going? Pyke's going to be looking for the next one. Here it comes. Misses the ult. And that's another one down. Now we've got Senna. No mana. Tristana chooses. She gonna choose the right answer here. She's thinking about jumping in. Finally does. And the Senna flash comes out. Tristana does have flash. Is she confident enough? And there's the Xerath R from downtown. Blue team's back. They're back after that. That was a significant throw. That's a significant throw. Tryndamere pinging for help. Saying, help me! He's gonna get me! Meanwhile, in mid lane, Neeko getting engaged on. The fear does come through. That's all she wrote for Neeko. All of a sudden, blue, little back and forth action, starting to get some money on the board. Gold's about dead even. Bounty system makes sure of it. Tryndamere deciding, where, can I push? Can I stay or do I go? He has the ward down, so he decides I am going to shove. Now blue team's thinking about, hey, maybe we can do a dragon over here. Maybe. Xin Zhao's all the way up top, so unless they contest it, it's going to be free. Mordekaiser has no TP to top, and Blitz has no hook. Guys, I think we have a game on our hands. Blitzcrank's coming over. This is not where you want to be, Senna. Blitzcrank hook does connect. Pyke locks up the Blitzcrank, and that is another red side death. And I don't know, chat. If I had to guess, it's getting pretty bad for red at this point. Tryndamere looking for a flank, does land the slow. Are they going to pick the right one? Xerath chooses incorrectly, and Neeko gets out. Red does get rifts. What are they going to do with it? What's the choice? Tryndamere deciding, I don't really want XP or my top lane. I am doing nothing here. I am clearing this is a very expensive pink ward to clear. Decides that he's going to go for the dive. And you know, it's not the most efficient use of your time, but he does get the kill. Meanwhile, in mid, Rift does go down. They're going to be able to get the tower. Doesn't look like it. Maybe if Xin Zhao helps. Maybe. Xin Zhao could have taken tower, but he chose peacefulness on that play. He's like, you know what? I didn't really want that gold. This is not for me. And he does go for the counter jungle. So he does get the red anyways. And Xerath is forced to flash, does get hooked by Blitzcrank. And we have Xin Zhao looking for a flank on bottom. They don't know it's coming. Very spoopy. How's it gonna go? Do they even see him yet? They haven't responded. Pyke's looking for the hook. What kind of hook was that? And that is a dead Tristana. And woo! Pyke saves his E and does scoot out. And Pyke does land the hook on the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao, pretty tanky dude. It's gonna swap to Blitzcrank now. And not a lot there. It just looks like a trade, but Pyke is still fighting. He's still looking for a play. Is he gonna be able to find anything? Thinks he has a chance, but no. Now is not the time for the 1v3 montage. And meanwhile, up top, we now have an epic 1v1. Mordekaiser versus Tryndamere. Tryndamere is gonna be whacking. Whack, whack, whack. Good luck, have fun, and Tryndamere does get it. Mordekaiser with a uncharacteristic solo death. A solo bolo in the top lane. And now, weak side and strong side have occurred for both teams. And both team side lanes, blue and red, have fallen. In mid, the exchanging of resources back and forth. A gentle lane. Back and forth. Both players farming. Nocturne's thinking about ulting, but he can't see the Nico. He just can't see her. Literally decides, I can't get to it. I'm not going to ult it. It's not going to work for him. Now here come Blitz and Senna grouping up. There's a storm brewing outside of my house, just like there's a storm brewing in mid lane. A 3-man ARAM. Is Xerath going to figure out that he should be clearing the way from this range, or is he going to look for useless poke? Which one do you think he chooses? Trying to land the kill, but because of that, he drops his tower and gets dove. Wow. It's almost like wave clear is everything in League of Legends. Xin Zhao is looking for more action. And all... Oh, wait. Nocturne might be caught. Does decide to flash. Goes the wrong way, though. A lot of panic and clicking. Must be nervous. And now we have the Tryndamere versus Mordekaiser. Tryndamere with no fury. He's just trying to live. He's probably going to have to ult. Here it comes. Ult comes down. Mordekaiser. I don't know why he stops chasing, but he had a chance to follow if he wanted. Does decide to let him go. E-money. Trying to clear the wave. Calmly hugging turret. Mordekaiser in the top lane. Pushing it up. Has about 1k gold behind. He's gonna have company soon. He does not have ult. He's pushing without ult. Something that you don't want to be doing without Mordekaiser. And Tryndamere calls it out. Here comes the Nocturne. Right on schedule. NEACE, pro coach, pro game reader. And just like that, Mordekaiser goes down. We've got Tristana looking for the pick. Very nice stun by Xerath. And this guy dies instantly for that. Nico and Mordekaiser, both solos, go down. And now we have a dragon fight. Dragon fight is looming. Tristana's looking to 1v1 a Xin Zhao. I don't know if that's the move you want to make. Decides to waste the jump. And we've got a dragon fight kicking off. Nocturne looking for an opportunity to make something happen is in a very tight situation. The hook does miss though. And there's the hook onto the Blitzcrank for the engage. Blitzcrank goes down. Xin Zhao goes to the back line. Lots of kiting back and forth. Are we going to be able to get this Xin Zhao down? The stun does come out. Pike gets removed. Tryndamere backing while his team dies. Probably not the play to make. While a top laner is farming your teammates and now is walking all the way back to the same exact position to not get anything done. Good stuff all around. Tristana getting caught a little bit. Besides, you know what? I don't want to jump over the wall. Nice little bait to the team, though. It looks like it might work. Xin Zhao might have bit off a little bit more than he could poke with a spear. And he goes down. Mordekaiser going for the base. Tryndamere is now back to where he was 45 seconds ago before he decided to back. And now we're bush chilling. Doing yoga over here in the bushes. Meanwhile, Xerath taking a long time to get out of the fountain. Tryndamere gets caught. Ult goes down. Mordekaiser says, "You're not killing my Blitzcrank," and drops his own ult. And there's the shutdown. You hate to see it. In mid, Pike does connect, but it's with the wrong target. Nico is forced to flash, but flashes right into a wall. Here comes the Nico ult. Does connect, but she is donezo. Turns out you want to be flashing over walls instead of in straight lines. Xerath in a compromising position. Red team doesn't like it. Gotta look for the Xerath. He's getting in a lot of trouble here. Decides to flash and barrier together at the same time. And now Xin Zhao's fishing around. Xerath's hitting some nice poke though. Hits two. Nocturne's looking at the Xin Zhao. Nocturne running away from somebody that he out levels and out HPs. Here's the turn. Pike, ease in, finds the hook. Xin Zhao is going to get decapitated. Blitzcrank flashing over the wall. For what reason? I have no idea, because it's not a fight you're even going to remotely win. And Blitzcrank is getting poked down, and that's all she wrote. Is blue team going to figure out that they are free to Baron? I see some assist pings coming down. It is bronze, so who knows if anybody's actually going to go to Baron. Looks like a no. Tristana doing a little cross mapping. It's getting uncontested damage right now on objectives. And in the mid, Nocturne does find the Nico. Is targeting a clone. Nico's trying her best to get away. Running as fast as she can. Forced to ult. Here comes the stun. Xerath with the R to follow up. Nico, you have to dodge the R's. They're not cupcakes. You're not trying to catch them. These aren't the little Pac-Man dots. You're not trying to eat them all. But top. We have the Tryndamere versus Mordekaiser standoff. In mid tower finally falls. Tryndamere going for red. Nico's dead right now. It's a 4v5 power play. Blue team is backing. Tryndamere thinking about a flank. Really thinking about a flank. He is showing on the minimap. And now red's onto him. Both teams in a bit of an ARAM at the moment. Time for a little Howling Abyss. Now both teams are in a holding farming pattern. Mordekaiser getting right back up the top. Should be swapping to summoner names during these. Ooh. Old pushpin getting caught in the brushes. And the Senna does land the Q. Nocturne immediately just goes in, trades as best he can. Not a bad play from the Nocturne. Is still alive. Finally goes down, and that's a 1-for-1 trade. Tragedy for Red, who gets an easy pull. And Xerath gets pulled, but no one's there to follow it up. And here's the Tristana and the Pyke. We're going into wave clear mode. Red side is all the way down to bot lane right now. Dragon's about to spawn. And Xin Zhao does get hooked. Are they going to have enough damage? And they do find it. Junglers wandering between tier 2 towers when Dragon's up. Maybe not the best call. Maybe not the best call. Maybe you want to get your team the Dragon there, the soul point as a jungler. And here comes Tryndamere looking for the 1v1. We've got a Mordekaiser. He does get the ult off, but guess what? That ult doesn't matter if you take forever to use it. And Mordekaiser goes down. Blue team looking for Dragon. Fighting for vision. Blitzcrank in the bushes. Does spot out all of blue. Now it's off to pull. Blue team decides they really want to get hooked right now. Blitzcrank is peaceful. He doesn't really want to kill any of these squishy targets that passed in front of him. Decides now is the time to go for the Xerath. Does get the pick. Nocturne immediately goes to the back line. Nico with the ult. Pyke with the ult reset. Tristana is trying to get a reset of her own. Really good combo from Nico. Xin Zhao on the approach. Finds Tristana. Nico flashing in weird, goofy directions. Probably going to go down because of that. There she goes. And then meanwhile, the Tryndamere versus the Mordekaiser fight rages on. Tryndamere forced to ult. And that fight is, to me, looks like a blue side victory. Blue side able to get the Dragon as well, deny the soul point, and that win con. And it does look like Tryndamere did sell his mythic for Kraken Slayer. That is the next level of efficiency. And Xin Zhao does finally go down. Senna, I don't know what she's healing, how she's feeling, or why she's healing. And all of a sudden, the blue side bet is looking pretty good for me, because I voted against the red team. Blue team getting more and more confident as the game goes on. Nocturne gonna be farming his blue. Nico's in kind of a compromising position. Nocturne decides to pull the trigger. And Nico's in a lot of trouble. Blitzcrank, I gotta help my team though. And this is gonna get really bad really fast for red team. If you were rooting for red team, sometimes you gotta learn when to let your teammates die. Xin Zhao's forced to ult away. And now Xin Zhao does get pulled. Stopwatch is wasted. And that's all she wrote for brother Xin Zhao. Sometimes you gotta let your teammates die. And Pyke is now legendary. Mordekaiser pushing bottom, doing as much as he can. Bonking the tower as fast as he can bonk. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And blue team is now on the Baron. But it's a very, very slow Baron. And they're about to lose an inhib tower for it. Is there anybody on the map that can stop it? I don't think there is. And it would appear to me that blue team is the first Baron Slayer. And here comes Mordekaiser, deciding I want to fight Tryndamere, but I don't want to kite at all. And he goes down. If Mordekaiser has a stopwatch here, maybe, just maybe, he can survive that fight and turn it around. Blitzcrank does get hooked for no trade. And here comes Xin Zhao, staring down the barrel of a team with Baron buff. Is red team going to survive? Nocturne does find the engage. Xin Zhao with the ROA, moving in super slow motion. Xin Zhao doing his best punching bag impressions, going for the pike. Chooses correctly, but it's not enough. And red team is just getting picked apart here. One step after another. And Mordekaiser does get the R off. Is he gonna be able to kill the Nocturne in time? Looks for it, finds the bonk, does get the kill. Now Mordekaiser, a little too squishy. No Zonias, no stopwatch. Is going to go down. And here we go. We've got a siege. Bearing down mid lane. Swelling up. Nico does it the E and the Q combo. Senna-Q does connect. Senna getting good damage off. Forcing the Tristana jump away. Tryndamere going for Drake 3. One more dragon. And that's all she wrote for red team. Xin Zhao in the wrong neighborhood. That's a level 3 Tryndamere. Or level 17 Tryndamere. Not even 3. 4 levels. 5 levels ahead. A Gigatrin. Is it going to be possible that Tryndamere does get shut down here? We're about to find out. Okay. Get whacked. It's looking really bad if you were a fan of red team. I've seen movies with and even in those movies, I don't think I've seen a comeback like this. It's looking unlikely. Ooh, getting really bad. Kills to blue. The siege is coming. It's heartbreaking if you're a fan of blue team or if you're a fan of red team, because you expect... The hell? Oh, sorry, my streaming PC was being weird. You expected red to be coming out a lot stronger from that early game, but a combination of stream nerves, broken picks, bad comps, weird flashes, objective ignorance, and a lot of goofiness in between. All this forced a turnaround. And now blue team is taking a little break. They're just relaxing. They don't have anywhere to be right now. They're just enjoying their time in the game. Pike does land the stun on Blitzcrank. Forced to flash the wall. Don't know what he's doing right now. over on that side of the map. And here's red team. Looking for the love. And they're about to get a lot of love. Nocturne ults in. Does hit the Nico. Fear goes down. Trinamir with the AoE slows. Going to the back line. And that is one mean looking death ball. People getting bonked. And unfortunately, if you are a fan of blue team, well, I don't know why I keep reversing the teams, but if you're a fan of red team, looks like they're gonna have to be going to the practice tool after this one. And that's a GG. The fuck? Why is my game like making exploding noises? All right, quick rundown before I move on to the next game. Losing team, Xin Zhao, too many goofy invades. Too many goofy invades. Just get your objectives. Top lane, Mordekaiser. You started out strong, then you didn't buy a Bramble, and then you didn't buy a Zhonya's. You're getting dove, you don't need damage. Senna. Stop getting hooked. Blitzcrank. Stop getting hooked. You gotta dodge shit. You need to wiggle a lot more than you're wiggling, my dude. Click closer to your champion. You guys run really wide, and that's why you get hooked all the time. Nico. That was pretty whack. I probably wouldn't play Nico. Top lane, or blue team. I guess that's not top lane. Jungle, Nocturne. Pretty good dives overall. Picking the chill pick. Good job. I liked that you were confident enough to make plays when you need to make them. Trinamir, you're very lucky that Mordekaiser doesn't know how to itemize, because you were probably dead to rights up top after that missed R up top. Yeah, Kraken Slayer was definitely better than Gale Force, and I think you cheated a little bit. I think you read the chat, because you sold Gale Force, and I know you didn't have that idea on your own. You cheated. You a cheater. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Had a wife, couldn't beat her. She won't touch a Peter. Peter. Cheater. Shame.